Our journey to mirror work started about a year into the forgiveness frequency. And when we learned about mirror work and looking into your own eyes and the impact that it has and how it actually gives you that cosmic brownie points, it goes beyond the subconscious mind when you're working with affirmations. And so as I would be in spinal drains, some days I had no voice, but I would look into my own eyes and I would have a conversation with myself. This is also part of meeting my inner child and working with my higher self by staring into my own eyes. And it started with no words. It was just looking at me in my own eyes was changing how I saw myself. And then we moved on to, I had a little tiny mirror next to my bed, like a dollar store mirror, and I would just talk to myself and I would talk with my inner child. And then we started reparenting and using affirmations and journaling. Anything we journaled out in our jam session, we would bring into our mirror work to really have that conversation, to talk about those truths that came out in journaling. If we colored any IMs, to bring those forth. And I didn't have any concept necessarily of meditation. I would just sit in reverence and sit in silence. And I had these little post-it notes all over just reminding me that when I can clear the clutter from my mind, I can move beyond the chronic pain. And then it just expanded. There would be days where I couldn't even, my hands wouldn't work. And so I found a mirror that could prop itself up. And it's just evolved over the years. I would have these little notepads, and it was like from some craft pages or scrapbook pages. And I would go through and I would write all of my gets. Like, you got to get up, you got to get moving, you got to get your sips in, and you got to get over it. You got to get in motion. You got to get living in color, and you have to get grateful, because our gets were gratitude elevates truth. And so we would bring those into mirror work. And then as we started to share our story, it was reprogramming our subconscious mind that was telling us we couldn't do it, and that no one would listen, and we're not worthy, and our voice doesn't matter, all of the negative self-sabotage that would come up. And then we started bringing into mirror work that I want this, I deserve this, I have a message, I'm here to inspire, I am here to connect, I'm here to impact. And these started to change inside, outside, upside, and down. And as we did the mirror work, every time we would be in our spinal drain, the bed would be full of animals. And at the time we had 3 dogs, and 2 have passed over the Rainbow Bridge. We had a whole bunch of kittens, and we had 2 cats. But as we started to learn and evolved with mirror work, and we just started to create color around us. So we made this mirror with all the affirmations on it, and it had I am on it. And then I would just look into it. I didn't have to use my hands. I didn't have to find a mirror. It was just right there on the wall. I would have all my sips, and I would just move these affirmations through my body and really look in my own eyes and start to have a conversation with myself. I created a mirror kind of wall of affirmations, because when you start your own healing process, everyone else kind of is watching. So in the kitchen, like where you would walk in and out every day, I created this wall of love. And on it, I had a mirror that I had created with affirmations on it. And I started to put Post-it notes on the doors and colorful Post-it notes on the windows and mirrors with these little affirmations. They were my remembrance, but they also started to help everyone else around me. And though they may have thought I was weird or going crazy or losing my mind or, all of the things that were going through their head had taken this journey off of palliative care, which was against the wishes of my family. It was against the wishes of the doctors, but I just was following this voice inside. And it started to change that for everyone else. Know that your healing journey, you don't have to force anything on anyone. But I know when they walked through the door or into the bathroom, you can't help but read the Post-it note that has an I am on it, that you are loved, you are amazing, you are special. And then I found in expanding the involvement of meditation, I found within this, it was a supercharged Sunday meditation group that I had joined. And within it, there was mirror work. So it started to keep showing up in my life. And then each week, you would get more mirror work in different ways to program your subconscious mind. And when you, one thoughtful, soulful I am, just like the I ams change the subconscious mind, one that's done looking into your own eyes, expanding on those karmic brownie points, one deeply embodied I am spoken from the soul during your mirror work carries more weight than 1,000 unconscious thoughts. And you have 60,000 unconscious thoughts a day. And out of those unconscious thoughts, 90% of them are negative thoughts. And out of those ones, it's looping constantly through your mind. These are thoughts that you've had every single day, or it may have been thoughts you've had for years. And you can break the cycle with affirmations and mirror work. And it acts as a frequency override, pulling your mind and body into the now, where healing happens. And mirror work isn't just self-love fluff. It rewires the entire inner critic. It clears the shame, and it reflects your soul back to you, especially when you speak it out loud. So just remind yourself. I challenge you to look in the mirror today. It could be in your rear view mirror of your car. Just tell yourself, I see you. I love you. I forgive you for forgetting your light. But we are safe now to be seen. And everyone is waiting for your light to shine. So don't hide behind the mask anymore. Just step into the light and tell yourself, I appreciate you. You got this. I believe in you. You are improving every day. I'm so proud of you, and I love you. And one mirror moment a day changes everything. So why not start here? Why not bring this into your healing journey? Bring these into your jam sessions and expand. Let the universe show you the beauty that is in your eyes. And just like affirmations, it seems like mirror work is wanting more than just one day. There's so much information that's coming through the forgiveness frequency. So we'll see how we can streamline this and get this information to you.